on Get Up, and the conversation continues about quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers remaining unsigned, but by now you've probably seen this. He was throwing the football with DK Metcalf over the weekend at UCLA. Rodgers 11 days removed from his 6-hour visit at the Steelers facility. DK, of course, a brand new Pittsburgh Steeler. And so we're saying, well, what is it that Aaron Rodgers is waiting for? Why hasn't he gone to Pittsburgh already? Well, many people think it's because he's waiting on that guy to make a decision in Minnesota. That guy is Kevin O'Connell, the head coach of the Vikings. Here's what he said, in case you missed it, about the team's belief in J.J. McCarthy and interest in Aaron Rodgers. Both things can be true. Here's what he said about Aaron.
Aaron Rodgers is a four-time NFL MVP and somebody who, not just myself, but we've all had so much respect for competing against him. And he happened to, be at a point in time in his career where he was, free to, have some real dialogue about what his future may look like. And we happen to be one of those teams that he reached out to.
So this is the story that will not go away. And thankfully, Adam Schefter is with us live from the owners' meetings in Palm Beach. Shefty, I've been around long enough to know that when this conversation continues, as long as this one is continuing, it bears watching closely. Give me a sense of what you're hearing.
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers continue to wait for an answer from Aaron Rodgers. And the fact of the matter is, Greeny, like you said 9 days ago, he met with them for about 6 hours. And since then, there has not been a lot of dialogue about getting a deal done. So what is the delay? What is the holdup? As Brian Windhorst would say, something's going on there in Aaron Rodgers' mind that would make you wonder why he hasn't gotten a deal done with the Steelers when clearly they're waiting to sign him and the needle has not moved at all. So clearly Aaron Rodgers, in the eyes of some people, because we don't know exactly what he's thinking, has to have some level of interest in playing for the Minnesota Vikings, a team that's ready to win now, a team that plays indoors, a team that has great wide receivers, in a city in which that would represent the same path that a former Packers great all-time quarterback followed, Green Bay to New York to Minnesota. It would be the same thing here for Aaron Rodgers. The problem is the Vikings are not ready to commit right now to Aaron Rodgers. At least that's what they've said. They want to turn over their job to J.J. McCarthy. That is the plan. But lurking in the background is the idea that, well, what if J.J. McCarthy doesn't look physically ready in the spring in OTAs? What if he is not playing as well as we'd like? At that point, would Aaron Rodgers be around? And again, the longer this goes on, the more you wonder, what is he waiting for? If you want to be in Pittsburgh, you go sign with the Steelers. That hasn't changed. But that hasn't happened. And the Steelers are just waiting and wondering what the hang-up is. And there are no obvious solutions. And so we're left to deduce he looks like a guy who wants to play when he's out at UCLA throwing the football to DK Metcalf. But there's been no commitment to Pittsburgh, perhaps because of the idea that Minnesota's in the background lurking.
So, look, I don't know everything, but I know this. Aaron Rodgers is going to play this coming season, all right? So where he's going to play is the only question. Booger McFarland, let me ask you this.
Yes.
If you and I should be together at the moment that Adam Schefter breaks into all programming and breaks the internet by reporting the Minnesota Vikings are signing Aaron Rodgers, what will be the first words you say to me?
Well, Pittsburgh is up, you-know-what creek.
Okay, that's true.
Well, those would be the first words, Greeny. It almost seems like we've been looking at this from the wrong angle. We keep focusing on the Aaron Rodgers of it all and the Pittsburgh Steelers of it all. Let's focus on the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes.
What are the Minnesota Vikings? What do they know about J.J. McCarthy that we don't? And what are they telling Aaron Rodgers to make him wait? Because that, to me, that's the only reason he's waiting. If he wants to play, as you say, Pittsburgh is there. But why is Minnesota so hesitant on J.J. McCarthy, health withstanding? Again, we're saying that the meniscus is healed. If they know that, what are they waiting on to go ahead and say, you know what, this is his team? Because they're going to be growing pains. He's essentially a rookie. They know they're going to be growing pains. So if that's what they're concerned about, they're going to have those whenever he steps on the field.
They've already said that, though. They've already said it's J.J.'s team. This is Aaron being Aaron. This is Aaron saying, hey, you know what, Pittsburgh, I know I've got you sitting over here. Wait, you know what, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go throw with DK. I'm going to go throw with him out here at UCLA. I'm going to get everybody up in a tizzy, but I'm still going to put my stiff arm out to you, and I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait and make sure Kevin and Kwesi Adolfo Menza, the GM up there at Minnesota, are damn sure that JJ's healthy and that he's progressing the way they want him to before I go ahead and commit to you. I don't think this has to do anything. I don't think this has anything to do with Minnesota waffling on JJ McCarthy.
You don't think Minnesota's closed the door? If Minnesota,
look. I mean, you saw what Kwesi said.
Yeah,
you can never close the door because there could always be some kind of setback with JJ.
Understood.
But if you say this, he has a string of bad OTAs to where maybe he doesn't look quite as sharp as you hope he would. And next thing you know, you're signing Aaron Rodgers and bringing him in there. You might as well just go ahead and trade JJ McCarthy then. Because you've already just ruined him right there.
Is that necessarily true?
Yeah, I believe it is.
2 years, a lot of quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers himself sat more than 2 years.
Yeah, and Patrick Mahomes played in his second year.
Yes, I get it. But I guess what I'm saying is I keep hearing people say signing Rodgers would mean giving up on McCarthy, and I'm not sure that's
okay,
true.
I don't know, like, in the literal sense of them saying they're giving up on him and, like, they will never turn back to him. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm telling you what it would do to the young man, what it would do to J.J. McCarthy if you're saying, hey, look, if I have a couple bad practices before I've even played a game, you go ahead and sign this guy. Yeah, I think that could have some kind of damage that maybe you can't really foresee on him.
Greeny, if they were to sign Aaron Rodgers, and this is why they've punted on it so far, it would bring a whole other set of logistical issues. And Lou's right. We don't know what would happen with J.J. McCarthy. We don't know exactly how signing Aaron Rodgers would sit with him, but my initial guess would be that would not be what he prefers. And the organization has been looking for somebody to challenge him, but not necessarily threaten him. And signing Aaron Rodgers absolutely would threaten his job, which would lead to questions, not about J.J. McCarthy's, well, it would lead to questions about his future because we don't know, to what Lewis is saying, what he would do. It's possible that he could ask to be traded if they sign Aaron Rodgers. And I can tell you this, there would be other quarterback-needy teams that would be waiting to reach out to the Vikings the moment they sign Aaron Rodgers. What can we give you for J.J. McCarthy? And that's what happens here if that organization goes in that direction. And they know that. And that's why they've been very careful to treat this subject very delicately.
Right.
But they also haven't dismissed it yet. And Aaron Rodgers hasn't done anything yet. So it just kind of sits out there. No matter how many times we said the Vikings, we've cut in with breaking news, Vikings are moving. No. Nothing's changed here. As we said all along, the Vikings have been monitoring Aaron Rodgers. They're aware of his situation. Aaron Rodgers is aware of the Vikings situation. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are also waiting. But the fact of the matter is, it's not like they have a game this or next week. The draft is later this month. They had the 21st overall selection. It's not like they're going to be able to pick a quarterback in the first round, despite Lewis's love for Tyler Shuck. That's going to come in and save the Steelers' season this upcoming year. So the Pittsburgh Steelers really don't have another quarterback alternative to turn to right now. Said they could just basically say, well, we're not going to wait around for Aaron Rodgers. They're kind of stuck.
That was my point. That's what I wanted to get. I have 1 minute left here. That was what I wanted to get to. In a world in which Rodgers winds up on Minnesota, as unlikely as it sounds from this conversation, what the actual heck are the Steelers going to do?
They're going to draft somebody.
At 21?
Yeah, they may.
Somewhere.
And that person's going to be their starter?
Well, I mean, do you want it to be Mason Rudolph?
You tell me. I don't know.
No, I would say, look, either Jackson Dart or Tyler Shuck, I believe, is a level up from Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph's a number 2. I love Mason Rudolph. Great interview, a guy who knows the system, et cetera, et cetera. Mike has said down there at the owners' meetings that he's comfortable with him. He's not good enough.
When the first thing we say about a quarterback is just a great interview. Final word.
Was that a giveaway?
It's a great interview.
At what point does Pittsburgh decide to move on? To me, that's still the million-dollar question. When do they say enough is enough? We have to start to prepare our team, OTAs, training camp, et cetera.
That's the problem I've had as a Jet fan my whole life. Our quarterbacks have always been great interviews. What an interview. Can't play to save his life, but he's a terrific interview. Well, let me take a quick break.
I'm trying to be nice.
More to do now. That was the damning with faint praise. On the Lake Show, getting serious at the right time. We'll tell you what this week means for LA. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. Plus.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you made it this far, you have made it to your sports moment from your sports. I am your host, S. Dot, and we're going to talk about some things today. First of all, it looks like your boy Aaron Rodgers has done it again. He's done it again. He has fooled another team to think that he is the shit. He has fooled another team to think that he is worth their time and their money. He got these Steelers looking like a bunch of fools right now. Man, your boy Adam Schefter put the news out here that Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf is having a throwing session at UCLA. Out there playing ball, letting them know he wants to ball out with the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, Rodgers right now, he's still a free agent. Metcalf, he on a 5-year deal for $150 million with the Steelers. But you got Minnesota out here putting out little breadcrumbs that they might open the doors back up to Aaron Rodgers. For some reason, I guess he wants to go out the same way that your boy Brett Favre went out. He want to go out that way. He want to take the same exit door that Brett Favre took. But the last time I checked, Brett Favre didn't have a great exit. He didn't have a great exit. You know what I mean? He didn't even win a chip with Minnesota. I mean, if I'm wrong, hit me up in the comments, y'all. Let me know. Let me know my facts are off if I'm wrong. I mean, he damn sure gonna take the same route that Favre took with one championship coming out of Green Bay. I mean, that matches so far. You know what I'm saying? But I think he got the Steelers out here looking like a bunch of fools, bro. I mean, they sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. And your boy Aaron Rodgers is just not signing. He not signing. If that's a team that you're going to go with, if that's a team you're going to take to the next level, then sure enough, sign the contract. Why we sitting here having this conversation that Minnesota might open up their offers again to Aaron Rodgers? He playing the league, y'all. I don't even think Aaron Rodgers is in it for the money. I mean, in it for the game anymore. I think he in it for the money. He in it for the money and he in it for the show. You know what I'm saying? You got Kevin O'Connell out here sounding off about Aaron Rodgers. And he quotes, he was free to have some real dialogue about what his future may look like. Who gives a shit? Sign the contract, man. You gonna sign with the Steelers or what? I mean, come on. Let's get this show on the road. You got them waiting to the last moment to sign yo old ass. Come on, dog. Let's be real about it. And in other topics, I know y'all did hear that the brotherly shove, quote unquote, the tush push, which that's not what we call it up here in Philly. The brotherly shove has been put on the shelf until a further date because it's nonsense. Your boy Chris Canty out here calling teams out for what it is. He calling them pussies. Straight like that. I agree with him. Straight up Green Bay and teams that follow that want to get a play banned that they could take on their own and make better for their own squad. They want it to be taken out of the game because they can't match it because them boys are strong-arming them. Man, this ain't pee-wee football. This is the National Football League where you advance to the next level by spending your money, by working your talent out, by doing things to get to the next level so you can get to that championship. Green Bay, where my Green Bay fans at? Do y'all agree with this whole trying to get the tush push canceled, trying to get the tush push taken out of the fucking game? Or do y'all just think y'all squad being soft? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what's good. Green Bay Packer fans, what's going on? If y'all agree with that whole, the tush push should be taken out of the game, let me know in the comments. If y'all agree with it should stay in the game and that teams should up their level on how they advance their teams through whether it be analytics, whether it be, working your team out more, whether it be the coach you bring in, or whether it bring the talent you bring in. Let me know in the comments. You feel me? Because having a play that all teams have an opportunity because having a play that you feel should be taken from the game, but you're allowed to use it yourself, But you think it should be taken out of the game because you saw a team use it to the max. Meaning they used it to the best of their abilities. They researched this play and they applied it to their team so that it works for their team 100%. You feel me? Y'all let me know in the comments about this thing, man, because I think any team who wants a play to be taken out of the game that they can use themselves because they have no success with it, I think they're soft. I think they're soft. And ain't nobody softer than the Green Bay Packers. The reason I'm saying it is because you, Green Bay Packers, can use the play. You can take the play and make it your own. You can take the play and use it to advance your squad. But nah, you want it to be taken out of the game. Why? Because you see them Philly boys that took that play to the next level and they can't be stopped. Stop them. Find a way to stop them. Don't sit there and just depend on the commissioner to save your ass. Stop them. Stop them yourself. What's up, though? This is the National Football League. This ain't Pee-wee football where we complain about it. We use all that money to advance our players to the next level. That's what I thought. I mean, let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Shit, I think it's a bunch of nonsense. But yeah, man. Your boy Aaron Rodgers out here got the Vikings questioning their decision to not bring him in. Now they might bring him in. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. What they gonna do with JJ McCarthy? I thought they handed the keys to JJ McCarthy. He did suffer a knee injury in the preseason when he debuted on August 10th. He was a number 10 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. But I thought JJ McCarthy had the keys to the palace. Now you thinking about bringing in an old ass veteran like Aaron Rodgers? He ain't gonna do nothing but sell you a dream. He gonna sell you a false dream where you gonna motherfucking get him in the game and he gonna do exactly what he did when he was with the Jets. He gonna get injured. He gonna take your money and he gonna get injured. He ain't gonna elevate your team and then he gonna run with the check. Simple as that. Well, once again, I'm your boy S. Dot, bringing you your sports moment at the end of all my videos. We might try something different in the future where we might, you know what I'm saying, take a section out and give you boys and you girls the news in between. But we'll see how it goes. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notifications, man, because I do post videos daily, you know what I'm saying, on a daily basis. I'm your host, S. Dot, and most of all, don't forget to leave a comment, all right? I'll talk to y'all boys and girls later, all right? Peace.